What is up, guys? Welcome back to Pat Outdoors. This weekend we are out in Moorefield, West Virginia. My wife and I recently purchased a little over 20 acres here for us to build a home on in the near future. But I brought the Talaria XXX with me because I'm finally dedicating a whole weekend teaching myself how to wheelie. So hopefully this goes well. In case you're new to this channel, this is my Talaria XXX Black Edition that I purchased from Lunicycles a little over 8 months ago. And as you can probably tell, it's been modified some. I just took the front fender off and it no longer has the supermotos on it. These are the Shinko 241 tires, since I like to take this bike on trails occasionally. Got the Kamimoto foot peg droppers and foot pegs for more grip. As you can see, it's got a silver battery cover, which looks a little different from stock since I have an aftermarket 74 volt 44 amp hour battery in there since I wanted more power. That battery is by eWatt and it's paired with this nuclear P24F controller and display. And to make sure that it goes well over 60 miles an hour, I put a 44 tooth rear sprocket from a MX3 and that gets it up to 63 miles an hour on flat ground. If you're interested in checking out any of the parts that I used for this project, I'll have the full build list in the description below. Okay, I know this is probably going to be one of the ghettoest things someone's ever done on a Talaria, but don't judge me. I gotta get my chainsaw in the wood somehow. Okay, stable enough. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. I'm surprised how well this little DeWalt mini chainsaw works. I tell you what, clearing trails for riding on raw land is certainly a lot more labor intensive than it looks on the internet. Luckily, Bailey and I have a couple friends joining us to go camping here tonight, so the additional help should speed things up so we can get to riding. Dang, it looks like it's gonna start pouring soon, so I'm just gonna take a quick break and get some riding in. Yeah, I don't want to blast through the neighborhood just yet, just because there's some freshly poured gravel, so the surface is very loose. Last time I was out here, this was like really packed dirt, so you can easily cruise at 50 miles an hour and not worry about it. But this is pretty sketchy, like especially when I'm hitting the front brake. Man, I am really loving having this much power on such a tiny bike. It looks like such a sleeper. To some people, it might even look like, what, like an electric mountain bike without pedals, but this thing is a freaking beast. Like, you guys have no idea how steep this hill is. And like half throttle on mode 3 gets me up cruising at 45 miles an hour, no problems. And this is still with the stock motor, so I'm pretty happy with the way it handles and how much power I have currently. So I might just leave the setup alone for a little while. But who knows, maybe in a couple months I might swap the motor out for another upgrade. Let me know if you guys have any specific suggestions for a motor upgrade that's direct bolt-on for the XXX. I gotta say, it's pretty nice to take a break out here in West Virginia from time to time. The Northern Virginia DMV area where I'm from can get a little hectic sometimes. It's not very relaxing on the weekend. As you can see, we've been out for like 15-20 minutes and I haven't even seen a person in my neighborhood. So it's pretty nice change coming from my apartment complex where there's just constant noise outside my window. Out here there are birds, there's deer. I even saw some bear scat on the trails while I was walking around my property. So you know that there's plenty of wildlife out here. Disconnected the rear brake sensor. It keeps tripping me out. Then what I'm going to start with is just learning how to pop it up and bring it back down with the rear brake. Just getting used to that motion. I think I just need a little bit more liquid courage. Okay, my wrists are starting to hurt from slamming down so many times in a row. So I'm gonna take a quick break and maybe go shoot some guns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Am I even hitting it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're doing a great job.
That is sick.
And I just shoot again, right?
Yeah, just pull through.
That's fucking badass.
That's powerful. That's what I would expect a gun to be.
You're like, respect.
I'm gonna go cook.
That is so fucking cool. Yeah.
It's right here.
My hair's gonna be crunchy. Your hair looks so cute.
Oh man. I'll show you all how I eat when I'm camping. Just got a mix of kielbasa and some vegetables. I'm just gonna wrap this super tight so it builds up some pressure and steams itself. You can hear them steaming in there. Look at that. That's how we're gonna start our day today. Well, here we are at day 2, and I can't say I'm fully comfortable with the rear brake yet, but it does feel like a little bit more natural for me. pull the front wheel down, but we're gonna keep working on it. What I've noticed is it's a little bit easier to control while I'm practicing if I keep it in the middle power level. Since I have a nuclear P24F controller installed, I do have 3 separate power settings, unlike a factory one that just has eco or sport mode. My mode 3 with the 74-volt battery just simply puts out too much. I think it peaks at 15 kilowatts. And I really don't need that much while I'm learning how to do wheelies. So I'm just gonna keep it at mode 2. All right, my wrists are getting really exhausted here. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna show you guys what I've cleared in the woods so far. I'm still working on smoothing out the whole path just so there's not as many bumps, so it's a little bit smoother. But I think I just got to keep riding back and forth, and then I'm going to continue sweeping it left back towards the bottom of the property, towards our creek, and you'll see that eventually once we get a little bit more of the woods cleared. I gotta cut that stump down. All right, guys, well, it looks like it's gonna start raining again in the next hour or so. So I'm gonna take advantage of the time we have left today to continue cleaning up our trails. I want this thing to be pit bike friendly, since I also wanna take out my little razors out here, especially my SX 500 that I'm building, because that's gonna be a lot more powerful than maybe even my Talaria. Overall, I feel a lot more comfortable with the rear brake and popping the wheel up and bringing it back down, but I still need to work on modulating the rear brake so I can continue to carry the wheelie. But I'm gonna find a better place to practice that where it's a lot more wide open, flat grass. I think I'll be a lot more comfortable doing it there. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for me on how to practice a little bit more efficiently or any specific techniques. Make sure you comment them down below. But if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you like this kind of content, want to keep up with some of my projects, such as my Talaria or my razor builds, consider subscribing to this channel. But this is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching.